Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about something I honestly never expected to be talking about. Today, I'm going to be talking about Disney masks. With the Disney parks and properties reopening, masks are a new requirement to help keep Disney's cast members and guests safe. So today, I want to talk about my sewing journey, show you the masks I've created, and maybe along the way, inspire you to start your own sewing adventure. So let's get started. So I want to start by saying that I am not an experienced seamstress at all, no. My grandma was a fantastic seamstress. She made me so many dresses with matching scrunchies and little hair scarves, like late 90s, early 2000s fashion at its peak. And every Halloween costume that I could ever dream up, which for most years was a cat. Some variation on cat. But my grandma lived about 5 hours away, so by the time I decided that I wanted to learn how to sew, I was kind of on my own. I had my mom's help, but a neighbor gave me her old sewing machine and I set to work. And I made pillows, lots and lots of pillows. But my grandma was always kind of an email away or a phone call away to give guidance, and my mom supervised. And during that time, I was about 10, and during that time we went to a church yard sale, and my mom bought me some sewing notions that somebody was selling. It's like thread, bobbins, the whole 9 yards. Remember this, it's going to be important for later. Anyway, so I kept sewing pillows, and that was pretty much where my skills peaked. And then when I was 13 years old, my grandma passed away. And that was pretty much when my sewing machine was put away too. So fast forward to December of last year. I had submitted my master's thesis, I was ready to graduate, and I'm not good at staying still, so I took a sewing class at Joann's and got my old sewing machine back out. It still was running, and learned new things, relearned a lot of things, and surprise, surprise, made a pillow. But sadly, after the class when I was practicing my skills, my sewing machine bit the dust. But I was able to get a small sewing machine. It's a Genome Derby, and that's what I'm sewing on now. So fast forward to March. Things start getting real with the coronavirus in the US, and my dad is an essential worker, and his work starts requiring masks. The masks that they provided to him were okay. I mean, they were doing their best at the time, but I knew that I could do better. So I looked through my fabric that I had from other projects like ears, and I was able to find some cotton. I got out the cotton, and then my mom dug out of the closet the old sewing notions that we'd gotten all those years ago. And that was kind of my treasure trove. I found thread, pre-wound bobbins, and the holy grail, elastic. So, following a simple tutorial, I was able to make enough masks for my dad to keep him safe at work. But along the way, I feel like, it sounds silly, but I feel like I've had two kind of sewing guardian angels. My grandma, of course, and the unknown person who donated those sewing notions all that time ago. So now that you kind of get a feel for where I'm coming from, I want to show you the masks that I've made. The first style of mask I've made is a simple pleated mask with elastic. And this style, I'll link the tutorial down below, promise to make a mask in 5 straight seams, which if I could sew 4 seams for a pillow, I figured I'd be able to handle 5 seams for a mask. So that's what I did. And unpleated, unfolded, it looks like this, so you can put a face in there. On the back side, there is a filter pocket, so you can put an additional filter in there for an additional layer of protection on top of the 2 layers of 100% cotton fabric. For this mask, I made it for my dad, and he wasn't super comfortable with the 7 inches of elastic that the tutorial recommends. It was pulling on his ears a little bit. So I lengthened this to 8 inches. So that's more comfortable for him. So another thing to keep in mind is that I know elastic's hard to come by, but try to play around a little bit and see what's comfortable for you, because for masks, you'll be wearing them sometimes for several hours. So the pleated style of mask is the first one that I worked with. Straight lines, straight seams, everything felt really doable for me since I am not a skilled seamstress. But as I've gotten more comfortable with my sewing machine and sewing in general, I've moved on to do the Olsen mask style, which a lot of people are recommending. This is one of the Olsen masks I've made. It has a filter pocket, so you can put something in there. It's also a little more fitted to the face, and I have hair ties instead of traditional elastic with this style of mask. Personally, I feel like these are more comfortable on the face than the pleated style. I have a pleated mask that I made myself, and when I talk, then it kind of like smears my chapstick all over my face. Like, ladies, you might know what I'm talking about. Maybe you don't, but mask problems. So this is the style that I've been working with most. This is a cute little Star Wars print, and with leftover fabric, I sewed myself up a matching headband. So hopefully with this mask and the other I showed, you can see that you can have a little bit of fun with your Disney masks as long as you have 100% cotton fabric. For my mom, I made her this really snazzy Lilo and Stitch mask. Ooh. I've also, because you know we like to Disney bound here in this house, a polka dot mask. So I'll be ready to hit the parks and still Disney bound and still be safe. There are ways to incorporate fashion into your mask making and keep yourself safe, keep yourself stylish, and enjoy Disney magic. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and ring that bell icon if you want to see even more content from Robbie and me. Drop a comment down below if you've already made your own Disney masks, or if after you saw this video, you might give it a shot yourself. For right now, it may seem strange or scary to have to wear a mask to Disney World, but it's really just to keep people safe. So I, for one, am excited to suit up in my mask and hopefully hit the parks very soon. See you next time.